citizens should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Johnston County in southeastern Oklahoma, southeastern Garvin County in southern Oklahoma, northwestern Cole County in southeastern Oklahoma, Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, Murray County in southern Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, Hughes County in southeastern Oklahoma until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 2:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Roth, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. Expected hazards include golf ball-size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. Severe weather has been confirmed by train spotters. The following impacts are expected: people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect
Mic
wind
check.
damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ada, Seminole, Holdenville.
All right, guys. Restarted the stream here. I'm going to be going, getting all the settings set up. We get the storms rolling into Kansas now, crossing the border from Oklahoma. I'm just getting everything all set up. Just bear with me a minute here. We're going to start this. Uh-oh, what happened? I'm already clicking on things I'm not supposed to click on. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Good deal. All right, we have the camera live. We have the camera in the studio up. We have the radar going. Excellent. Everything seems to be working. Let's keep our fingers crossed we do not have a power outage like we did last night. Let's see what we have going on here for tornado warnings. Looks like Clay County, Texas. We have a tornado warning for the next 30 minutes. Severe thunderstorm warnings. We have 10 currently. I don't have my glasses. I'm going to have to go run in the other room and grab my glasses. I forgot them. Oh, actually, here they are. Nope, wrong ones. Those won't work. Neosho County, Kansas, 60 minutes. Considerable damage threat. Severe thunderstorm warning. Craig, Oklahoma. Nowata, Oklahoma. Next 45 minutes. This won't work without my glasses, guys. I apologize. Let me go run and grab them really quick, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Looks like we got our first batch of rain rolling into Labette County. It's already pretty much covered the whole county. The heavier rain will be coming through Parsons here probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes, I would guess. We're already starting to get a little bit of rain and wind. And we are prepared. We're going to stream as long as we need to tonight. Make sure everybody feels safe. Keep everybody weather aware of exactly what's going on where they live. Feel free anytime to type your city or town in chat, and I will focus on that area for you. Just don't want anybody out there freaking out unnecessarily. There's no reasons to be freaking out tonight. We're going to have some severe weather, possibly a few tornadoes. But as long as you're aware of what's going on and prepared, you don't have anything to worry about. I do need to. I need to look at one quick thing on my phone. Okay, Hibachi. All right, here we go. Let's see if we have anything going on right here in Labette County first. I'm going to see if we have any rotation with these storms. I don't think we do. But let's just give it a once over just to make sure. Nope. There's no rotation whatsoever right now. The storm is moving, for the most part, northeast at about 52 miles an hour. These are really fast moving storms. So the storms that we have in town right now won't be lasting very long. And by the looks of it, we're going to be getting the heaviest amount of the rain here in Parsons with right now, actually. Hey, I found my glasses. What do you know? All right, there we go. Better show. I was wearing my old glasses from like 10 years ago as my backup, but I found my new glasses. There we go. Oh, so much better. I can see. And then over the next 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to be having some more strong rain come through, thunder, lightning, all the fun stuff. After that, after about 15, 20 minutes, we're going to get a little bit of a break. The rain that's crossing over the border from Oklahoma into Labette County right now The first batch is going to be rather light to moderate, and then the rain that is currently just north of Chelsea, Oklahoma, when it starts crossing the border, that's going to be a little bit stronger, but it doesn't look like it's going to affect the folks here in Parsons, Kansas. It looks like it's going to be going probably closer to Bartlett, crossing over Oswego. Oswego, by the way, is getting some pretty strong rain right now with lightning and thunder. Chitopa is probably going to be in the line of the tail end of this storm before it moves into Cherokee County and then eventually over to the Missouri border. I'm looking down at the radar down by Broken Arrow and Tulsa right now. It looks like we're going to have a pretty good break for a few hours. But if you remember when we were going over the models last night, we thought that the storms are probably going to start around 3 o'clock and last till about 6. So the storm started a little bit earlier than the models predicted, but the models will they were pretty accurate within 20 minutes. So that's pretty darn good. Now it looks like we do have another batch of storms down there near Ada, Oklahoma right now, near Pauls Valley, Sulphur, McAllister, Colgate. Again, moving northeast, and as far as speed goes, it looks like it's moving about 36 miles per hour. It's going to go right through Tulsa, Broken Arrow. It looks like Pryor Creek, Claremont, up into Miami, crossing over into Labette County. It may move a little bit to the east into Cherokee, I believe. But that's going to be a little while. That's probably within the next 45 minutes to an hour. So let's just focus on this one. But right now, we don't have anything to worry about. There's no rotation whatsoever. Just some moderate winds. We do have a couple patches there just to the west of Parsons that are, we're getting some readings of about 82 miles per hour. That's not at ground level, that's a little bit higher. If we go to storm level, which is what I'm more concerned about, we do have a little bit of rotation just to the west of Parsons and to the east, right over Oswego, Altamont, and bear with me, guys. I'm getting some warnings on my phone here. This isn't affecting our area. Actually, we were just issued a tornado watch for the next 6 hours and 19 minutes for Labette County, Cherokee, and all the counties to the north and west of us. They've already been issued, they were issued in Oklahoma, I believe, an hour or two ago. I'm just going through some additional warnings that were being issued here. Bear with me one sec. I don't see anything else on here. But it could be a long night. I'm prepared. I've got food. I've got snacks. I got some caffeine. We're good to go. So our tornado watch is in effect for the next here in southeast Kansas for the next 6 hours, um, essentially till about 9 o'clock tonight. There's going to be more storms coming up through Texas. They originated down there. They're going to be coming through Oklahoma and follow its normal track right on through southeast Kansas. Now this is a big difference. This is our high res velocity right here. So right here, you don't see any rotation. Now, I believe the elevation on this is much higher than the elevation that we're looking at right there. This is a sort of storm, what they call the storm relative velocity. So we're going to see a lot more detail as far as ground level, like where our homes are at. That's what we're more concerned about is the storm relative velocity, because that's where we're going to see the rotation near the ground. So Parsons is kind of surrounded right now. Right in downtown Parsons, we're pretty stable. Just to the outside of town, if you get on 400 and head west, probably out there near Dennis, they're seeing a little bit of rotation there. To our east, now Oswego, there's a little bit of rotation there. Bartlett, there's a little bit there, and to the south near Coffeyville, that's the southwest, and right along the Oklahoma border, there's a little bit of rotation there. Nedosha also has a little bit. Altoona, Fredona, those areas need to be cautious there. And I'm getting some more warnings. This is going to be a long night, guys. These warnings are just going to be coming in nonstop. Let me clear some of these out. Looking good there. But as of right now, we are okay. These storms aren't going to last much longer. The rain anyway. In our county here, in Labette County. Most of it's going to be over to our neighbors in the east. It's going to be coming through Columbus, Baxter Springs, eventually making its way to Pittsburgh. The storms that are getting ready to cross over the Oklahoma Kansas line right now, looks like they're moving a little bit more to the northeast than northeast as it did like 5 minutes ago. So if you're over in Pittsburgh, expect within the over the next hour or two, some pretty good rain. The rain that's coming through Labette County right now is going to be blowing through Erie, Walnut, Chinook's getting some pretty good rain right now, and then within the next half an hour, 45 minutes, Fort Scott. Get ready for some good rain. Also up in Bronson, Moran, Blue Mound, Colony, Humboldt, Iola, those areas there. But keep in mind, we are under tornado watch. This is not a warning. We're under tornado watch, but you still need to be close to your safe place just in case it changes. If you have a weather radio, make sure you have that turned on. Just about every smartphone nowadays has a built-in weather app. Make sure you have notifications turned on your weather app. While I'm looking out the window right now, we're getting some pretty darn good wind. I really hope that doesn't blow up my plants out there by the mailbox because they are bent over sideways right now. Let's see if I can get a wind reading for Parsons, Kansas. I'm gonna go to storm relative velocity. It's closer to the ground. It looks like winds actually don't look that bad. We do have rotation though, right here, of about. It doesn't look that strong, about 13 miles per hour. Now, if we go back over to high res velocity, the actual wind speed of the storm that's moving through town is moving through at about 41 miles per hour, which is pretty good. Pretty good speed wise, but it's good for us. The faster it's the actual storm is moving, the faster it'll move on through town. So that's not a bad deal. Just to recap, as far as tornado warnings, it looks like Nance, Nebraska is under tornado warning for the next 44 minutes. Cole, Oklahoma, Hughes County, Oklahoma, Seminole County, Oklahoma. They're under tornado warning for the next 44 minutes. Golf ball size hail is possible there. Looks like we have a couple duplicates. They must have, yeah. It looks like it was originally set for 29 minutes, and they just pushed it out another 15 minutes for those three counties. Clay County, Texas has only about 14 more minutes left on their tornado warning. Again, they're expecting golf ball size hail there. Nance, Nebraska, 44 more minutes there. Nothing in Kansas yet. It looks like the severe thunderstorm warning that's going through Jefferson, Oklahoma, and Clay, Texas, has been upgraded to a destructive storm. Winds of 60 mile an hour plus, possible 3-inch hail for the next 13 minutes there. The severe thunderstorm warning for Hughes, Oklahoma, Seminole, Oklahoma, Cole, Oklahoma, Potawatomi, Oklahoma, Murray, Johnson, and Garvin, Oklahoma, also has a damage threat of considerable, and it's just below a destructive storm. 60 mile an hour winds are possible. Hail is a possibility of 1 3/4 inches. That severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for another 13 minutes. Crawford, Kansas, and Cherokee, Kansas, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Neosha, Kansas, severe thunderstorm warning. Damage threat is considerable. Jefferson, Oklahoma, damage threat is considerable. Severe thunderstorm warning for the next 43 minutes. Clay, Missouri, Platte, Missouri, Clinton, Missouri, Ray, Missouri, Caldwell, Missouri, 43 more minutes, severe thunderstorm warning. 1 1/4 inch hail is possible. Allen, Kansas, Neosho, Kansas has been extended to 58 more minutes. Damage threat is considerable. Woodson, Kansas, Wilson, Kansas, Also, 58 more minutes there for your severe thunderstorm warning. Damage threat is considerable. Looks like we either had one fall off or we're added. Let me double check here. Clay County, Texas. You only have 13 more minutes left on your tornado warning. Hughes and Cole, Oklahoma, 28 more minutes. Seminole, I'm sorry, I apologize. That was the one that was extended out another 15 minutes. So actually, Cole County, Hughes County, and Seminole County in Oklahoma, you've been extended for another 43 minutes for your tornado warning. I'm going to shorten up this frame length really quick, just so we get an idea of where our storm's going here. Now, the moderate threat is including Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Springfield, Norman, and Broken Arrow, Oklahoma today. The enhanced threat includes Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Kansas City, Missouri, Arlington, Texas, Plano, Texas. The slight risk includes the cities of Omaha, Nebraska, Wichita, Kansas, St. Louis, Missouri, Lincoln, Nebraska, Des Moines, Iowa. Marginal risk includes Austin, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Shreveport, Louisiana, and Knoxville, Tennessee. If your radars are looking a little bit fuzzy on your screen, make sure you go into the YouTube settings, which is a little gear icon, and change it to 1080. That way your radar quality on your screen will look a lot better. Sometimes YouTube bumps it down to save on bandwidth, but for the radar, you're going to really want to make sure that your resolution is set to the highest possible. It'll just help you see the pixels in the radar a little bit clearer. I'm going to shoot a little link up to Facebook really quick. If you'd like to follow us on Facebook, we are just at WeatherZone411. Same handle on X, WeatherZone411, or at WeatherZone411. Actually, let me go ahead and post a link to X and Facebook really quick. You can also join our Discord if you like to use Discord. It's a good place to share your photos of storms, ideas, information, all that fun stuff. I wasn't a big fan of it at first, but I've learned to like it. It's pretty good. I'm going to jump on one of the community pages here where I'm at and post this really fast. Bear with me 1 second here. Do, 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 do. Just waiting on a updated radar sweep to come through. Get us a little update here. So far, so good. The storms are about to finish up here in Parsons just for the time being. They will be back. They're just going to make a little exit and move over into Cherokee County up there to Pittsburgh, Walnut, Garrard, make its way to Fort Scott. The heavier part of the rain just went through Humboldt. It's going to be going through Moran and Bronson shortly, and then eventually making its way up into Blue Mound, Mound City, Pleasanton, Centerville, and Lynn Valley before it crosses over into Missouri, it appears. Looks like it's going to be making this storm that just went through Parsons. I believe it's going to be heading directly to Kansas City, and probably just uh, yeah, probably going right through Kansas City. I was just getting ready to say maybe to the southeast, but they're definitely going to get rain to the southeast of Kansas City. But I think the stronger part of the storm is actually going to go through right downtown. This is what we're looking at next here, guys. This is the storm that is down south of Tulsa right now. This guy right here, this is what we're going to be watching. There's a tornado. This storm is bringing tornadoes with it. There's a tornado warning in effect. Let me get this off the screen really quick and zoom out so you can get a point of reference where it's at. So it's just to the south of Tulsa and to the southeast. There's two separate cells. There's one little baby one in the middle that might catch up with the larger one to the north. Not sure what's going to happen with that. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's going to be moving. It looks like it's moving north northeast right now at about 49 miles per hour. So it's going to be approaching Tulsa here shortly. I'm not sure if it's going to come directly through Labette or Cherokee. I'm not sure what county. It's going to affect both regardless, but I'm not sure who's going to take the hit from it first, or the majority of it. If we draw for example, if we were to draw a line here, if it keeps on its current track, it's going to kind of do this, go right through the southeast portion of Labette County and the Cherokee, up into Joplin and Pittsburgh area. Bear with me. Let me just draw a little track here. There we go. Right through Pittsburgh. So that's the next storm that we have coming through here. So um, if those storms kind of bother you, sit back and relax for a little bit because it's going to be a while before those get here. Actually, let's do a measurement and see how fast. If it's moving at 47 miles per hour, let's do the tip of the storm. 47 miles per hour to northern Labette County is 142 miles. So let's do a little quick calculation. So assuming it stays at its current speed of 42 miles per hour, it should hit Labette County in just about 203 minutes, so almost 2.5 hours. Cherryville about 198 minutes, so about 3 hours actually. That's assuming that it continues at that speed. It could slow down or speed up. Again, if anybody needs a radar update for a different area, just type your city and town in chat, and I'll definitely zoom in for it for you. If you just need a really quick weather condition for your area, if you just type in chat exclamation here, I'll type it in chat just for an example. If you just type in chat exclamation point weather, put a space and put the name of your town. Let's just use Oklahoma City. And then hit another space and put your state abbreviation and then hit enter. The bot, the AI will, I guess, I don't know if it's AI, but the Nightbot will pull the information from the National Weather Service and put it in chat. It looks like our webcam got wet. I need to go out there and clean that off really quick. And probably move that back a little bit because we're going to get blowing rain tonight. We're not going to be able to see anything. Okay, I'll be right back. Our camera took a direct hit. The little stand that I was on got blown over when that storm came through, so I tried to reinforce it a little bit.
an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ada, Sulphur, Davis, Stratford, Kanawha, Vine, Rolfe, Francis, Fitzhugh, Hickory, Van Nuys, Lake of the Arbuckles, Scullin, and Turner Falls. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. Tornado watch number 292 remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties: in Oklahoma, Canadian, Cleveland, Grady, Kingfisher, Lincoln, Logan, McLean, Oklahoma, Payne, and Pottawatomie. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, northwestern Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, northwestern Hughes County in southeastern Oklahoma until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 2:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Wewoka, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. Expected hazards include golf ball-size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Seminole, Holdenville, Wewoka, Kanawha, Atuka, Vine, Maud, Molegs, Asher, Cromwell, Street, Lewis, Sasakwa, Yeager, Spalding, and Lima. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Garvin County in southern Oklahoma, southwestern Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, central Murray County in southern Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, until 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Davis, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ada, Sulphur, Davis, Stratford, Kanawha, Vine, Rolfe, Francis, Fitzhugh, Hickory, Van Nuys, Lake of the Arbuckles, Scullin, and Turner Falls. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. Tornado watch number 292 remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties: in Oklahoma, Canadian, Cleveland, Grady, Kingfisher, Lincoln, Logan, McLean, Oklahoma, Payne, and Pottawatomie. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, northwestern Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, northwestern Hughes County in southeastern Oklahoma until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 2:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Wewoka, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. Expected hazards include golf ball size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Seminole, Holdenville, Wewoka, Kanawha, Atuka, Bine, Maud, Molegs, Asher, Cromwell, Street, Lewis, Sissaquah, Yeager, Spalding, and Lima. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Garvin County in southern Oklahoma, southwestern Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, central Murray County in southern Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, until 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Davis, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ada, Sulphur, Davis, Stratford, Kanawha, Bine, Rolfe, Francis, Fitzhugh, Hickory, Van Nuys, Lake of the Arbuckles, Scullin, and Turner Falls. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. Tornado watch number 292 remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Oklahoma: Canadian, Cleveland, Grady, Kingfisher, Lincoln, Logan, McLean, Oklahoma, Payne, and Pottawatomie. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, northwestern Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, northwestern Hughes County in southeastern Oklahoma until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 2:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Wewoka, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. Expected hazards include golf ball-size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Seminole, Holdenville, Wewoka, Kanawha, Atuka, Bine, Maud, Molegs, Asher, Cromwell, Street, Lewis, Sissaquah, Yeager, Spalding, and Lima. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Garvin County in southern Oklahoma, southwestern Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, central Murray County in southern Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, until 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Davis, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ada, Sulphur, Davis, Stratford, Kanawha, Bine, Rolfe, Francis, Fitzhugh, Hickory, Van Nuys, Lake of the Arbuckles, Scullin, and Turner Falls. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Seminole, central Pottawatomie, and northwestern Hughes counties. At 3:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles north of Atuka, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. Hazard, tennis ball-size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Seminole, Holdenville, Wewoka, Atuka, Maud, Bowlegs, Cromwell, Sissaquah, Yeager, Spalding, and Lima. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Garvin County in southern Oklahoma, southwestern Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, central Murray County in southern Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, until 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Davis, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ada, Sulphur, Davis, Stratford, Kanawha, Bine, Rolfe, Francis, Fitzhugh, Hickory, Van Nuys, Lake of the Arbuckles, Scullin, and Turner Falls. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. Tornado watch number 292 remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties: in Oklahoma, Canadian, Cleveland, Grady, Kingfisher, Lincoln, Logan, McLean, Oklahoma, Payne, and Pottawatomie. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Seminole, central Pottawatomie, and northwestern Hughes counties. At 3:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles north of Atuka, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. Hazard, tennis ball-size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Seminole, Holdenville, Wewoka, Atuka, Maud, Bowlegs, Cromwell, Sissaquah, Yeager, Spalding, and Lima. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Garvin County in southern Oklahoma, southwestern Seminole County in east central Oklahoma, Pontotoc County in east central Oklahoma, central Murray County in southern Oklahoma, south central Pottawatomie County in central Oklahoma, until 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Davis, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ada, Sulphur, Davis, Stratford, Kanawha, Bine, Rolfe, Francis, Fitzhugh, Hickory, Van Nuys, Lake of the Arbuckles, Scullin, and Turner Falls. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. Tornado watch number 292 remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Oklahoma: Canadian, Cleveland, Grady, Kingfisher, Lincoln, Logan, McLean, Oklahoma, Payne, and Pottawatomie. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Seminole, central Pottawatomie, and northwestern Hughes counties. At 3:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles north of Atuka, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. Hazard: tennis ball-size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a
Hey, what's up, guys? Just took a break for a second. Um, just wanted to go over the current tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warning list that we have going on. Currently, right now, we have two tornado warnings. Um, both of them were issued for Hughes, Oklahoma. The first one is going to expire in 23 minutes, and then they extended it out to 38 minutes. And just a heads up for the folks who live in southeast Kansas, I just saw somebody post on our community Facebook page asking where the local tornado shelters are. I had the same question earlier today. So I called the police department here locally, and I was told that there were none that were controlled by the city. It was my understanding that City Hall or the municipal building would be opened up during a tornado emergency or a weather emergency. And I was told that information was incorrect and no longer that's no longer what they do. So I was like, well, where are people supposed to go when there's a tornado? And apparently, what they do is when they receive information about the weather, where the shelters might be needed, is that the police department will contact the school district. Then it is up to the school district, and they have volunteers that will go to certain schools and open the doors, which is great. However, the public doesn't know what schools were actually unlocked. There's no resource out there. Even the police department won't know unless the school district contacts them back and says, "Hey, we sent out John Doe to X number of schools, and this is the schools that were unlocked." I found that a little bit unbelievable. That that's actually the um, situation where I live here in Southeast Kansas. So I asked to speak to the chief of police, and I had a really good conversation with Chief Spinks for about 15 minutes, and he explained the situation to me about what's going on with that. After I expressed, I couldn't believe that that was actually how things are done here. But their hands are really tied at this point. I don't understand why they can't open the municipal building. It seems like it's a pretty sturdy structure and it has a underground. When you walk into the building, like you walk into where the water department is and you walk directly back, there's a stairwell that kind of goes underground. I think that would be an excellent place for some people to go to stay safe. It looks like a very sturdy building. Um, I'm not quite sure why that's not open. I didn't ask the question. I kind of got off on a tangent. And I was told that the county or the city has purchased land and they have everything in place ready to open up a public facility for people to go to in case there's a weather emergency. However, they are still waiting. It's been in the works for 5 or 6 years, he said, and that they're still waiting on funding. Maybe he mentioned something about a tax, being voted on or something, for the federal government to give us a handout to help us with that situation. So I'm going to set up a meeting with the chief here in the next couple weeks, so we can sit down and talk about it and figure out what still needs to be done, so I can communicate it to everybody here living here, because I could not find anything out. There, I looked at the fire department. There was like a little listing or app or something on the internet, and I looked at it, and all that information is out of date. It's not current or accurate. So please do not use the internet as a resource for accurate, up to date information as far as shelters go. Call the Parsons Police Department or whatever department for the city that you live in. Call the police department, ask them the question, tell them where you live, and ask them where the nearest shelter is. If you live where I live, there are none, as far as the city goes, unless a volunteer goes out and opens the school. Again, these are volunteers, they're not paid employees. They may be city employees that work there, but on their off time, they're volunteers to go out there and open these schools. And say, for example, you think you might go to school A. Well, maybe the volunteer didn't go to school A. Maybe they went to school B. They didn't unlock school A. So there's no way of knowing. So basically, you're kind of on your own. Unless you know somebody who works for the school district where you can get accurate information, or if you have a neighbor that might have a shelter or a neighbor that has a basement, I would make friends with your neighbors. If you don't have a house that you feel is safe during a tornado emergency, I would make friends with your neighbors. Find out if they have a basement or a shelter that you can use with them. But until the city decides to unlock the municipal building and let people in there, um, from what I understand, it's not open to the public after regular business hours. Um, so that came directly from the chief of police here. So if you don't believe me, call the police department and ask them for yourself, and you'll get the same information that I was given. So with that said, that's a really unfortunate state of where we're at right now, at least in Labette County where I'm at. Um, But like I said, I would call, if that concerns you, I would call our city official, call your mayor, and let them know that this is something that's really concerning you. If you don't call and let them know, nothing's going to be done. You have to contact them, let them know what's on your mind, what's concerning you. Go to meetings. Um, Posting something on Facebook just doesn't cut it. If you post something on Facebook, it's not their job to monitor Facebook. you know People can make false accounts and whatnot. You actually need to get involved. So if you want something changed, you need to get involved. That's my 2 cents on it. um, if you are in Labette County, Kansas, again, what I was told, is that somebody may or may not unlock a school. So other than that, you're kind of on your own. I was told that there's some churches around here that have shelters that you can take advantage of. again, you would have to actually call that church. Don't take somebody's information off Facebook and take it as truth, because you never know. It could be wrong. Perhaps the person that has the keys to the church is out of town that day, and there isn't a backup person to actually unlock the church, or they can't get to the church for whatever reason. So make sure you got a backup plan just in case. That's what I tell everybody with these storms. There's no reason to have any anxiety or anything like that about these storms. Just have a plan. If you don't have your own shelter or basement or something like that, have a plan. Start tonight. Start calling around. Don't use Facebook or Twitter or social media as your source of information to get correct, up to date information. And that goes for all areas. That's just not our little town here. No matter where you live. In bigger cities, they usually have a lot more resources, and everywhere I've lived before, they've had places where you could go during a tornado event. Um, but this is a small town. We don't have a lot of funding here. Um, Not a lot of, even though we're taxed like crazy. Um, Apparently, they don't have the tax money to go ahead and finish that up and get that going. But stay tuned. I'm going to stay on top of it and see what can be done. Hopefully, I have an update here in the next couple weeks that I can put on the stream and let you folks know what is going on. Let me see what else is going on here. Let us know what's going on in your area. If you need a weather update for a different area than we're looking at on the radar right now, just type your city or town in chat, and I'll be sure to move the radar over there for you and give you an update of what's coming to your area. Right now, where I'm at here in southeast Kansas, we have a little bit of a wait. We just had a storm come through here with some pretty good winds, some thunder, lightning, rain. It wasn't that big of a deal. There's a storm brewing. There's a cell getting ready to go through Henrietta and approaching Tulsa, and then eventually up into the Canada Oklahoma border. But it's down near Henrietta right now. That's where the two tornadoes, that warnings that you see on your screen, the two red squares or polygons, are right now. It's just about 10 miles south of Henrietta, moving north northeast at about 32 miles per hour. So everywhere that you see on the radar right now is pretty much under a severe thunderstorm warning, and we currently have two counties, I believe. Let me check. Looks like Hughes County, Oklahoma, Love County, Oklahoma, Montague, Texas, Jefferson, Oklahoma, and Carter, Oklahoma. So 4 counties in Oklahoma and one county in Texas. Love, Jefferson, and Carter, Oklahoma. That tornado warning is set to expire in 43 minutes. Hughes, Oklahoma is set to expire in about 28 minutes. So that's what we're looking at right now. That's the most up to date information that we have. I'm going to pop down to the Love, Jefferson, and Carter area and just see if we have any rotation down there right now. There is a lot of lightning strikes, I can tell you that. Doesn't look like there's any rotation right now, but they do have some pretty strong winds being picked up. Looks like the highest wind gust right now was clocked in around 86, 82 miles per hour. Sustained winds around that area is about 23, up to about 28 miles per hour, but they are getting gusts pretty strong, right around 78 miles per hour near Holdenville, Oklahoma. So if you're there, make sure that you're indoors, staying away. You should be indoors taking cover anyway in that area. In those 3 counties, you're under a tornado warning. with me 1 second here. I'm getting a couple messages. If you like this kind of content or enjoy looking at the radar and getting up-to-date weather information, please subscribe. Hit the like button on the video, share it with your family, friends. Helps the channel out quite a bit. Helps us with the YouTube algorithm to get the information out there to the people who need it the most. And again, don't be shy. If you need an update for your area, just put your city and state in chat and we'll look at it. Another thing that you can do too is just type in exclamation point with the word weather. Put a space, and then, for example, we'll put in Oklahoma City. And then hit the space button and then put in your state abbreviation. So we'll put in OK for Oklahoma. And then our little chat bot will come back with the information for your town as far as temperature, wind speed, humidity, that kind of thing. It won't give you a detailed forecast for your area, but it'll give you the basic information. The good thing is these storms are moving at a pretty good pace. They're not just hanging around. They're moving pretty good. Last night it seemed like it would take forever for a storm to get through a town. I'm not aware of any confirmed tornadoes today, but I know we had quite a few last night. We actually had a tornado emergency declared for northwest Kansas. We had, I think, last count, it was either 3 or 4 confirmed tornadoes in northwest Kansas. There was a few tornadoes down in Oklahoma, and I think there was a couple in Texas. But for the most part, most of the tornadoes yesterday were in Colorado, believe it or not. I'm sorry, not Colorado. They did have a couple in Colorado. They had 4 that I'm aware of, just east of Denver, and we had 6, 7, at least 8, just west of Wichita, and then one right on the Colorado Oklahoma border. I mean, sorry, Colorado Kansas border, up there by Goodland, right off Interstate 70. There was another one on Interstate 70 closer to Grinnell, I think it is. There's some pictures that were posted on X of tractor trailers literally being lifted off the ground and blown off the highway. So pretty powerful. Strong stuff. You're never safe in something that can be picked up and moved. You need to be underground, preferably underground. Looks like the intensity of the cell that's going over Joplin has really calmed down since it crossed over the border. It was a little bit stronger when it was on the Oklahoma side. Now that it's just crossing through Joplin, it's pretty tame. The storms that are up to the north, near Humboldt, Iola, Garnett, Fort Scott, they're just getting really strong thunderstorms right now. They're the farther north you go, approaching Overland Park and Kansas City, the stronger the precipitation is right now and the winds. They should be rolling into Overland Park within the next 5 to 10 minutes, and downtown Kansas City within 5 to 15 minutes. Keep in mind, all these areas are under a tornado watch. Pretty much your entire screen that you're looking right now. All of southeast Kansas, western Missouri, central and eastern Oklahoma, and north Texas, and then a few counties into the northwest of Arkansas. All those counties are under tornado watches right now. And again, just to repeat, the tornado warnings that were issued are for Hughes County, Oklahoma for 21 more minutes, Love County, Oklahoma for 36 more minutes, Montague County in Texas for 36 more minutes, Jefferson and Carter County in Oklahoma for the next 36 minutes, with 2 inch, 2 and 3/4 inch hail possible. Hey, what's up, Force 20? How are you doing today? Yeah, some of these storms might be making it up to. I'm not sure if they're going to blow into Indiana tonight. You do have a few storms over in Memphis, Tennessee area, and northeast Arkansas that can make it to Indiana tonight. But yeah, tomorrow is a different story. I haven't even looked at tomorrow's outlook yet. I was focused on today for the most part. I think a couple hours though, this will pretty much run its course. I don't see anything else. I'm gonna go to the national view really quick just to see if there's anything else brewing down there in Texas that could possibly affect Oklahoma or Kansas. Wow, there's some really strong storms in Wichita Falls, Texas right now, fixing to cross over into Ardmore, Oklahoma. Those are really strong, intense storms right now. Other than that, the ones over to the east of Dallas don't seem to be that strong at all. Our main focus right now is right here in North Texas, crossing over the border into Ardmore, Oklahoma, and the storms that are approaching just to the east of Tulsa. It's moving north northeast at about 30, between 32 and 36 miles per hour. I don't think it's going to affect Tulsa too much unless you're on the southeast part of town. But there are just to the south of Henrietta, we have two tornado warnings for, I think it was Hughes County, Love County, Jefferson, and Carter, Oklahoma. And then down on the border of Texas over in Monteith County, Texas. 34 minutes for the tornado warning there. So if you're in those areas, make sure you are near your or in your safe spot now. Oh, right on. So that's for tomorrow, Force 20 in Indiana. Let me pull up day two really quick here. This is day one that we're looking at on the left hand side of the screen, and I'll switch over to day two. Yeah, it looks like southern Indiana is under a slight risk. Central and southern Indiana, slight risk. And then from central to the northern part of the state is marginal for tomorrow. Looks like we got an enhanced risk for the majority of central and southern Kentucky, essentially the whole state of Tennessee, northern Alabama, and Mississippi, it looks like, are also under enhanced. And it's going to fall into the slight category for the southern portions and marginal for the even farther southern portions. Western Virginia, most of North Carolina, and northern part of South Carolina are going to be in the marginal area. But for enhanced, it's just at the very bottom of Indiana. It looks like there's an enhanced risk, just crossing over the Kentucky border, all of Tennessee, northern Mississippi, and Alabama. If it doesn't change. I don't think it's going to change. As far as tornado risk, there's a 10% risk for tornadoes in southern Kentucky, western Tennessee, northern Alabama, and Mississippi. A 5% chance for central and southern Indiana. Also, same thing in Illinois, southeast Missouri, 5% chance. Eastern Arkansas, 5% chance, and everything else in green there is just a 2% chance. Going back to today's, um, nothing's really changed since the forecast last night. Southeast Kansas at a 15% chance. All of central and eastern Oklahoma has a 15% chance. Northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri, 15% chance. And right now, right exactly where we have the tornado warning in Texas, they're under a 15% chance. Everything on the outside of that is 10, 5, and 2%. Green is 2, the gray is 5, and the yellow is like just about 10%. Here's our moderate risk, central and eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, southeast Kansas is moderate. covering about 72,000 square miles, including Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Springfield, Missouri, Norman, Oklahoma, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Enhanced risk is covering about 112,000 square miles. 12.6 million people are being affected by that, including Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Kansas City, Missouri, Arlington, Texas, and Plano, Texas. Slight risk for Omaha, Nebraska, Wichita, Kansas, St. Louis, Missouri, Lincoln, Nebraska, Des Moines, Iowa, covering about 142,000 square miles, 12.4 million people. And the marginal risk covers Austin, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Shreveport, Louisiana, Knoxville, Tennessee. That's covering 261,000 square miles and affecting 22.6 million folks there. And Broken Arrow. I think the rain is going to start coming through there. Let's see. Let me zoom in a little bit. The rain is approaching Broken Arrow right now. In case I saw somebody type that in chat. Um, Let me get back over to your radar. It looks like the strongest part of the rain is coming through town in the next 2 to 3 minutes. You're going to hear a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. Let me check as far as wind speed rotation. It looks like there's a little bit of rotation just to the south of Broken Arrow. Let me jump down to storm relative velocity, and yeah, it looks like the rotation is pretty much right between Bixby and Glenpool to the north right now. So let's keep a close eye on that. Coefficient looks okay right now. I don't see any coefficient drops or anything like that. There's nothing on the ground. Broken Arrow, you're only under a tornado watch right now, so just stay close to your safe place. If it does switch over to a tornado warning, I'll let you know as soon as it happens. Make sure you folks have your weather radios turned on. All your weather apps on your phone are set up for alerts. Looks like we have 29 minutes left in Carter, Oklahoma, Jefferson County, Oklahoma, Love, Oklahoma, and Monteague, Texas on the tornado warning. There are 28 more minutes. That's Tulsa, Broken Arrow, and Claremont right there in the center of the screen right there. Yeah, Bixby did have some pretty good rotation there. Kind of surprised. Here's our rotation again, right there. It's just right near Bixby. I mean, literally right on top of Bixby, blowing into Broken Arrow, but no sign of a tornado. There's also a little bit of rotation just to the west of Highway 44 near Sand Springs, and then south of 44 near Bristow. It's a little bit right there. And let me see. Let me jump to a better radar too. There we go. That's a lot better picture right there. I was using the radar up to the north. Let me just switch over to that one. Just the slightest bit of rotation right there near Bixby, where there's a break right there. Let's keep a close eye on this one. There's a slight coefficient drop right there on the looks like the southwest part of town, Broken Arrow. Why it that rotation hasn't approached that area yet, but if you can see right here, these blue and black area, there's a coefficient drop right there. Let me switch over to differential real quick and see. Uh, hmm, that's interesting. There's a big coefficient drop right there. Let's go to velocity really quick again. I'm going to switch over to storm relative velocity and see what that's telling us. It looks like from the storm relative velocity, it looks like most of the rotation is just to the northwest of Jinx, north of 364 and east of Interstate 44 right now. The regular high res velocity doesn't show the rotation there. It looks like it's higher up uh, in the clouds over what's that town? I guess you would say Ridge Point Villas. It's to the southwest of Broken Arrow right now. Storm intensity isn't that bad. The stronger part is down by Mounds, Oklahoma, and approaching Glenpool. 26 more minutes. They dropped two of the tornado warnings, the one that was down in Texas and the southern part of Oklahoma. We just have 26 more minutes for Love in Carter County in Oklahoma. They dropped Hughes County from the 26-minute warning. Hughes County only has 11 more minutes left. That was a little hairy though. There near Broken Arrow with that really low CC drop. That was kind of wild. Yeah, you're exactly right. Foxway. There isn't anything on the ground though. It was a little weird though to see. Let me go back to it again. Let me zoom in on Broken Arrow. You said you're on Broken Arrow, right? Or Bixby. If we zoom in on Bixby right here, you're right there. Let me switch over to storm relative velocity and see what that shows. So the closer to the ground that you get, there isn't any rotation close to the ground. Higher up in the atmosphere, if we switch back over to regular velocity, it shows. Let's see if there's anything still there. It looks like actually, if you're in downtown Bixby, the little bit of rotation that is up in the clouds is closer to your west part of Bixby, right between Glenpool and Bixby, and up there by Highway 364 near Bradford Estates or Bradford Oak Estates in Canyon Creek. You guys have a lot of residential there. I didn't realize you had that much. There's a lot. Right in Broken Arrow, right around that Highway 364. You guys have a lot of back roads, neighborhoods. That's a good point, Force 20. It could have been hail. That's a very good point. Because when I switched over to the differential reflectivity, it wasn't showing that much of a change. Because if we go here, I don't see any really low areas anymore. There's one little spot up here near Lynn Lane. And then if we switch back over to differential, um, the difference shouldn't be that much for hail. Hail is pretty, it's the same shape. It's not like a two by four. You know what I mean? I'm going to go grab a bottle of water. I'll be right back. Now it looks like the little bit of rotation that we had has moved over to almost right in downtown Tulsa. Well, the higher that you go up in the atmosphere, the less that we have. Looks like the higher atmosphere is moving at about 60, between 65 and 69 miles per hour going through Tulsa. I'm just trying to check to see if there's any potential hail just to the east of Glenpool right now. I don't think so. There's a little bit of coloration there just to the west of Glenpool and also southwest Kellyville. But I don't think there's any hail there right now. I think the best chance for hail would be down near Holdenville and west of Calvin. It just crossed over Highway 377. That's pretty much in the area where the tornado warning is. I think the tornado warning only has like 4 minutes. That must have been Hughes County. Yeah, Hughes only has about 4 more minutes left on it. Love and Carter counties have just around 19 to 20 minutes left there. And it looks like these storms that are down near Tulsa right now, when it approaches the Kansas border, it should be crossing right over near Coffeeville, Kansas, southern Labette County, and western Cherokee. We'll know a little bit better once it give it about 50 more miles to the north, and then we'll know pretty much where it's going to cross the border at. Once that goes through, though, I don't see anything for a few more hours for northern Oklahoma and southern Kansas. Let me jump down to the Abilene radar and see what they're seeing. They're picking up the storm that's over near Ardmore. It doesn't look like there's anything to the south of Abilene down by San Angelo where stuff usually starts forming. Let me just double check Odessa area and Lubbock. Odessa's not really picking anything up down there. Lubbock radar, just a little bit of stuff coming across the border near Clovis, New Mexico. That was our area last year. Holy cow. Clovis, New Mexico, everything was forming in Clovis, New Mexico. If you wanted to find a storm coming together last year, just look at eastern New Mexico, and it was coming across the border and hitting Lubbock, between Amarillo and Lubbock, all the way as far south as Fort Stockton and Pecos, Texas. That's where everything developed last year, all the storms. This year it's a little bit different. It seems like it's more north central Texas, maybe as far southwest as San Angelo. But last year that was the hot spot. That was every single day there were storms brewing up in that area, and everybody was joking because Area 51's out in that area. So everybody was saying that Area 51 was doing some stuff out there. But wow, if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, keeping eye on the weather and getting notified when there's a weather emergency or something like that, please subscribe and hit that like button and turn on those notifications so when the weather emergencies happen, you get notified. YouTube will send out a little notification to you letting you know something's going on. And it definitely helps us with the YouTube algorithm to get the videos out there to the folks who need to know what is happening with the weather. There we go. They canceled that tornado warning about 20 minutes early. That's good. The one that was down in Hughes got canceled, and Love County also got canceled. So now we're just down to severe thunderstorm warnings and a lot of tornado watches in central and eastern Kansas. Pretty much the whole state of Oklahoma, with the exception of the western part of the state, northern Texas, and northwestern Arkansas, including Springfield, Missouri, and the looks like 9 counties to the southwest of Springfield. But we have a ton of severe thunderstorm warnings. Way too many to go over. Just assume if you're in Kansas, central and eastern Kansas, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Central and eastern Oklahoma, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. North Texas and northwest Arkansas. Chrome, our channel moderator, says she feels pretty confident they just had a tornado come through there. And we do have rotation in Tulsa. What are you seeing and hearing? Did your power go out there, Chrome? Yeah, Broken Arrow is definitely under a tornado watch. All of central and eastern part of the state of Oklahoma is for the next just under 3 hours. Chrome, whereabouts near Tulsa are you today? Are you northeast, southwest? Because the only little bit of rotation that I see is mixed up near Lufco Hill and the Sandy Springs area. There's a teeny bit there. But if you take into account where the radar is and where the colors change from inbound to outbound, that's kind of like where our line is. It's a little deceiving though near Sapaloa. I think that's the way it's pronounced. Sapulapo. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll just say Glenpool. That's the next closest town. Just to the northwest of Glenpool and near Sandy Springs. But again, that's kind of like the cutoff line of where the colors change because our radar is to the east of there. I'll look at the coefficient really quick. If you're near Sandy Springs, does it have a little bit of CC drop right there? Let me pull up Discord really quick. Chrome just sent a message saying she thinks she may have been had a tornado come through there. I'm replying to you. What city are you near? Town? I hope her power didn't go out. Hope she can see the stream. So we might have one confirmation of a funnel cloud going near Tulsa. I'm just waiting to hear back from the person on Discord. She says she's 99% sure they just had a tornado come through near Tulsa. I'm pretty sure she's in Tulsa. I might be mistaken, but I think she is. There she goes. She's in that town that I couldn't pronounce, that Sapulpa. Large trees down, lots of debris. We had flooding on a hell of them. So Chrome is reporting in that town's Sapulpa, Sapulpa, Sapulpa. that they have large trees down, lots of debris, and they had flooding on the hill that she lives on. I'm waiting for her to respond back now. I'm not sure if she can actually hear the stream. Oh, her husband's on the road right now. Okay. She's going to jump in stream really quick and let us know exactly what they're seeing down there. So if you're southwest of Tulsa, we have one report of trees down, debris in the road. What else did she say? Lots of debris, large trees down, and flooding in that area. Okay, there she goes. She's back in chat now. So what did you see, Crumb? Did you hear anything? Was there really strong winds? Because we were watching that area, and it was funny because I had said that there was a CC drop in that general location, and then Force 20 was like, well, maybe it's hail that's causing it. And I was like, well, maybe. That's a good point, but there wasn't really any of the, that light purple, light teal color showing up. There was a little bit of purple, but I don't think it was enough to cause the coefficient to drop that low in that area. Um, oh, so you guys did have hail. Strong winds. Oh my gosh, yeah, heck yeah! If you have a video, post that to Discord. Hmm. And just to repeat, all the tornado warnings expired. They cut a few of those early. But this is the general area. I'll zoom into it on the map. This is where she's at in this general area. The storm is pretty much passed through. They got a little bit more rain coming, but the majority of the storm is north of Lefko Hills right now. The part of the storm that came through that area that was just south of Interstate 44 is all the way up in Dawson and Garnett right now. It's a pretty fast moving storm, so it's not taking long to get through. It's moving at about 56 miles per hour. And I'll try to get this video up that Chrome is going to post here. Chrome/Aurora. You got to pick a name, lady. You're one name on Discord, one name on YouTube. You just need to change your name to Raiderette fan or something like that. We might actually have a first-hand video of a tornado in Oklahoma, south of Tulsa. We might have that here for you in a second. She said she definitely got really strong winds, trees down, a lot of debris in the road. So we'll see here in just a minute. That would be pretty cool that the only person reporting it is in our chat. That's really good. That's why you guys need to share this channel with your family and friends so we can get more videos of weather events on our Discord. I would love to see that. Share the channel with your friends, your family. Make sure everybody's watching, and join our social media. Follow us on X. It's super simple to remember. It's just at WeatherZone411 on X. On Facebook, same thing. WeatherZone411. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so you know when we go live. I'd really like to turn this into a community where a lot of folks are sharing information. The more folks that we can get on here sharing information, the more knowledge everybody has and can take advantage of it. Aurora said, luckily no trees down right where she's at. Um, the middle of town is where the damage is. If there is a break in the weather, I'll go out. Yeah, don't be going outside when trees are coming down. Don't risk it for a picture or a video. It's not worth it. Not even close to being worth it. I'm going to put the map in motion really quick just to see how we're doing. I'm going to cut it back to about 7 frames. Again, the storm that we're looking at right now that's over Tulsa and to the southeast of Tulsa is moving north-northeast at about 52 miles per hour, heading towards northeastern Oklahoma and into southeastern Kansas. I'm just trying to see where at the border it's going to cross. It looks like the storm that's in Tulsa that just went through where Aurora lives, where they had the really strong winds that took down some trees, possibly a tornado there. Um, the storm that just went through her town, again, it's moving north northeast at about 50 miles per hour. I believe it's going to land on the border somewhere between Coffeyville, Kansas, and Altamont, Kansas. I know Altamont's kind of like in the center part of the county, but um, I just don't have another point of reference. Let me see if I can zoom in. Maybe here, this might be a little bit better indication of where it's going to cross. Somewhere between Coffeyville and Bartlett is where the storm, I believe, is going to cross the border that just went through. Um, I'm going to butcher this name. Sapulpa, Oklahoma, just west of Bixby. If anybody else is down in Bixby, Broken Arrow area, or Sapulpa near Interstate 44, let us know if you guys have any trees down also, because we just got a report from one of our viewers that there's some trees that are actually down, large trees, debris, and possibly some flooding. She might have some more information for us. Her husband was actually on the road when that storm came through there, so hopefully he's got even more. Maybe he's got a video or picture or can tell us what he saw. See, this is great. Being able to get information as it happens from people that are on the ground where it's happening, that's the best. Radar's great. It can tell us a lot of things and show us a lot of things, but there's nothing better than, eyewitness accounts of what's going on. That's really good stuff. Aurora really has us on edge here. We need to get a first-hand report from her husband what he saw on the road. Curious minds want to know. If you just logged in, we just had a report of a possible tornado just to the southwest of Tulsa, near the town of Sapulpa. Possible tornado, definitely strong winds, took down some trees. There's debris in the road. That would be, I think, just southeast of Interstate 44. We're just waiting on a confirmation from one of our viewers that is was home when it happened, and her husband was on the road. So hopefully, in just a few more minutes, we get some more information on that. So a possible tornado, definitely strong winds taking down trees south of southwest of Tulsa, near Interstate 44. The storm that just went through there is moving north northeast between 45 and 52 miles per hour, moving towards the Kansas border. It's going to cross over into anywhere between Coffeeville and Baxter Springs. Probably a little bit closer to Coffeeville than Baxter Springs, though. So if you're looking at Coffeeville on the map, basically from Coffeeville east, moving north northeast. No current tornado warnings in effect right now, but pretty much the whole central and eastern part of Kansas is under a tornado watch. The same with Oklahoma, southwestern Missouri, and northwestern. Actually, we just got a post to our Discord from our viewer and moderator. I want to see what she posted here. She has a video. Let me see if I can get this up. Let's see here. Oh, there's sound to it too. Man, that rain was really blowing sideways, wasn't it? They were really getting strong wind down there, southwest of Tulsa. And those trees are really blowing. You really got to watch out for those trees. Holy cow! That's a good video there, Chrome. That's good. That's good stuff. You need to get on X. Post that on X. I think there's a way that I could get it, pull it off Discord, but I'm not sure exactly how to do it. I'm actually afraid to do it because I don't want anybody's information getting out there without their permission or anything like that. Get that X account up and running so you can post those videos. That would be awesome. I wasn't a big fan of X before, but I like it a lot better than Facebook now. I'm kind of moving away from Facebook and going pretty much towards X. It's just a lot easier to post things, videos, pictures, and more people have access to it, it seems like. That's a really good way to message me too. If you need to send me a private message, best way to do it is on, if you're a part of our Discord, send me a message on Discord. If you don't like Discord or don't know how to use it, just make an X account and you can find me on X. My handle is just at WeatherZone411. You can send private messages or you can post a public message and just tag me in the message. But if you send me a direct message, then I can take that and with your permission, I'll post it on our feed. Any private messages I get stay private unless you specifically give me permission to share it. So again, just to recap, we had an eyewitness report of trees down and debris in the roads just to the south west of Tulsa, near the town of Sapulpa. Sapulpa is the town. They're getting a lot of lightning strikes just to the north of Tulsa now. The storm is moving north northeast at about between 45 and 52 miles per hour, moving north of Tulsa into Collinsville. Collinsville is getting the strongest part of the rain right now, and it will be approaching the Kansas Oklahoma border here probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Once it crosses over the Kansas border, it should be crossing over somewhere between Coffeyville, Kansas, and Baxter Springs, Labette County, southeastern Labette County, and then eventually moving over into Cherokee County near Columbus and Baxter Springs, and moving its way up into Pittsburgh before it crosses over the Missouri border. Also, I think Aurora. I think if you get on X, um, I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can live stream on X. Can you live stream? Let me look that. I'm not sure if you can live stream or not because then you could have your phone set up in your car and live stream. Let me Google that really quick. Uh, Let me Google that. Can you live stream on X? According to Google, it says yes, you can live stream on X. You can do this through the X app on your mobile device or by using a third party streaming software like OBS Studio or Restream Studio on desktop, though. For desktop stream, you'll typically need to obtain RTMP information from X Media Studio or use it in your streaming software. So you can do this through the X app. Let me pull up the X app really quick and see how that's done. Uh, let's see here. How would I do that? That's not it. Okay, let me hit the plus button, videos, gifts on post, live. Start a live stream. Easy peasy. Oh, this is easy, Chrome. You really need to check this out. All you have to do is give X permission to access your camera and microphone. And that is really cool. That is so simple. All you got to do is hit the wow. That is too easy. Chrome, you really need to look into this. You need to get your butt on X and live stream that. Do. Let me see if this works. I'm going live on X, guys. I think I'm live now on X. Let me refresh X and see if it actually went up. It's not showing up on the actual feed right now yet. Um, do, 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 do. Hmm. How do I actually get this going? Broadcast details, ask for followers, ask for share, start sketching, theater mode, flip camera, broadcast details. Done. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Let me see if my mic is on. Mic is on. We're good there. Media. If you follow us on X, let me know if my stream on X is up there. Um, because according to the app on my phone, I'm currently live streaming, but I'm looking at my X channel right now and I don't see it posted. Let me go to notifications and see if it came up on there. It did not. Let me go home, post. Media. That's not it. I'm not sure. I need to learn more about this. According to my app on my phone, I'm live on X right now, but it's not showing in the feed. I know our stream is live on YouTube, but I don't see it on X anywhere. Let me close that. Stop broadcast. I'm almost wondering. I'm almost wondering if I'm logged in. Let me see. Do, 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 do. Ah, wow, I'm really doing a terrible job here. Let's go here. I think I was streaming on my old account. That's funny. Okay, let me get the new account up here. Go home and hit the plus button. Got it. And then hit the live button. Start a live stream. Get the camera right. Go live. Okay, let's see what that does. Okay, it says we are live on X right now. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, I think it's working. What do you know? It's working, guys. All right. Technology is great. That's awesome. Okay, let me see if I can get this set up right on here. Ba, 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 ba. Wow, that might actually work. I wonder if the volume works. It's working. What do you know, guys? All right. So this is our first live stream on X. We're currently streaming on YouTube the weather right now. It's too bad. I wonder if I can multicast this on there. I think there is a way to do that. I have to go into the settings, but I'm not going to stop this stream in order to do that. Let's go to here. Stream. Let me try to Google this really quick. Okay, multi stream. Because if we could get it going on X and YouTube at the same time, that would be amazing. All right, let's see what it says here. Let me download this really quick. Okay, I go through the installation steps. You're all set. Okay, let's see if this downloaded. I really hope this works. You'll be guided through the steps. Install. Okay. I'm not sure if this is an add-on or if this is a plugin. Go through the installation steps. Reopen OBS and you should see the plugin working correctly. Oh boy, that means I would need to restart the stream, and I really don't want to do that. Now, where would that be? Tools. Hmm. Man, I hope I didn't mess that up. Did I just kill that stream on X? I did. I'm a moron. All right, guys, I'm going to restart the stream. I think I just messed it up when I did that. I will be back in 1 minute. Be right back with the stream, guys. Hang in there. Make sure you get your notifications turned on so you know when it'll start right back up automatically. Um, okay, I'm gonna restart the stream. It's gonna take me about 20 seconds. I'll be right back, and you should get a notification that we're live again. If not, just check back in about 30 seconds.